set it off. Go to Vegas, bet it all. Put it on the Bucs win, whoever they gon' play gon' fall. Don't say I ain't told y'all. Loose cannons gon' fold y'all. Yeah, the Heat be 9-3, but it gets real cold in the fall. That's when the season start. Bucs come in 40 hard. Win after win, ripping the division apart. Panthers, they pussycats. Falcons got bird flu. Take the Ravens and Dolphins and open up a zoo. Cause one thing's for sure, better than the Bucs, they show lane. And every day in Tampa Bay, we say fuck the Saints. We in Tampa Bay, baby. 8-1-3.
What is up, Bucs Nation? It is Tuesday, February 11th, 2025, and you're watching the Loose Cannons podcast. I am your boy, Sammer, hanging out with my co-host, the return, by the way, of Poppy Latte, and of course, one stank bastard for a very special edition of the pod, okay? Loose Cannons faithful, Bucs Nation and Buccaneer fans everywhere. It is time to introduce greatness. Okay, they're standing tall at 6'5", drafted 7th overall in 2014. He arrived in Tampa Bay and never looked back. For 11 straight seasons, he has dominated defensive backs, carving his name into the NFL record books with over 12,000 receiving yards, 105 touchdowns, and a Super Bowl championship in 2020 with the one and only GOAT, Tom Brady. He's the only wide receiver in league history to start his career with 11 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons, tying the legendary Jerry Rice for the most consecutive all-time. He surpassed Randy Moss. He's outpaced Terrell Owens, and he's put every defensive back in the league on notice. Week in and week out, he makes the impossible look routine. I'm talking one-handed grabs, toe tap touchdowns, and jump ball dominance like we've never seen before. And let's not forget, when it comes to the New Orleans Saints, he's not just catching passes, he's throwing fucking hands, okay? A cornerstone of the Buccaneers franchise. He's the definition of consistency, the epitome of excellence, and the gold standard of greatness. He is the Buccaneers' all-time leader in receiving yards, touchdowns, and points scored. He's a future Hall of Famer, a record breaker, and the ultimate Buccaneers legend. Tampa Bay, get loud for Michael Timothy Lynn Evans Jr. Welcome to the Loose Cannons podcast, Mike.
Yo, that was crazy.
Wow. That's the best one ever.
That was. I've done a lot of these and had a lot of intros. That was definitely top of the top.
That's what I do. That's what I do. Listen, Mike, it comes from here. That's how I do it, right? So it comes
You
from
outdid
here.
yourself, Sammer.
Don't gotta even try, right? I just did it off top of the dome too. I mean,
That's awesome.
This just came to me. It just happened, right?
Natural.
Listen, I'll start off, Mike. Listen, this past year, probably one of your most challenging years, I think, mentally, physically, the ups and downs of the team and everything that you do. How much did it mean for you to be able to finish that story that you started as a rookie, to get to that number that I just talked about, 11 straight, tying Jerry Rice, and how much Jerry Rice means to the NFL game for most fans, but for you to be able to, continue that and finish that, how important was that for you to be able to pull it off?
It was extremely important. I mean, that's why sports are great, for those type of moments. And it was tough, like you said. I mean, mentally, physically, getting hurt. Y'all saw it on Monday Night Football. That shit felt bad, and it was one of my worst ones in my career. I'm usually able to recover way faster than that, but I still came back and sooner than I should have. Happy that the way we finished the season, get into the playoffs and win the division again.
That was amazing. Listen, I was there this year, Mike. Mike knows. I just want to say thank you to you and the team and the locker room. It really is a family for accepting me in there. I was cutting hair there this year, and it was cool to journey with you guys and see the grind behind the scenes. Right, fans only get to see, and I was very privileged, and again, I appreciate it. Just want to say that one more time, that I was able to journey with you guys on that. But it was cool to see the grind and see the behind the scenes stuff, man, because it took work, man. It was damn near a miracle.
You can cut too, man. I didn't know you can cut like that.
Thank you, bro. I'm like that. Mike was like, "You cut hair too? Damn, what else you do, bro?"
Mike, he's the only barber
Jack
that
of
I
all
allow.
trades.
He's the only barber I allow to cut my koi fish. So that says a lot. Okay.
Yeah, I actually let him trim my beard since I'm bald, and he did a pretty good job with it.
I didn't know you were bald. I can't tell
Yeah,
that on.
yeah. Most people don't know that. I only let a select few people see me in the wild. They know I'm barefoot typically, but yeah, I'm also bareheaded as well. Yeah.
Is there a question in there?
No, it's just a statement.
Okay.
Because he said he didn't know, so I had to let him know.
I'll kick off. Mike, listen, you were drafted to this organization, bro. Top 10 pick. You came in. Vincent Jackson was here. Rest in peace. Phenomenal dude. What was it like kind of having V-Jax, learning from him and have him, take you under his wing and then transitioning now where you are? And nobody really talks about it, but you kind of you helped usher in Godwin, right? And now Godwin's a phenomenal, great receiver. J-Max doing his thing. Like, what's that transition been like from being mentored or under somebody's wing and then kind of taking the leadership role and helping usher some of these younger receivers in?
V-Jax, anybody that knows him and played with him knows how professional he is as far as work ethic, what he does off the field and in the community. I got to know him when he was starting his family, having kids and things like that. And rest in peace to Big Bro. I mean, if you ask a lot of the guys in the locker room, he would be the last on the list as what happened to him. Like, we thought that he had it all figured out. We obviously never know what somebody's going through, but he was definitely a huge role model and a big part of my career and a big reason why I was able to do what I've been doing. And Chris, he already came in super polished, super professional. He taught me a lot, probably more than I taught him. But yeah, most of these guys, it's easy for me to be a leader and a captain because they come in ready to work. Most of them.
Mike, this year you were nominated for Walter Payton Man of the Year award, and people in the Tampa Bay community, we know what you do. Everyone is more than well aware of the things that you do in the community. You're the champion, the people's champion, man of the people. But I've always wondered, because you're the guy that stays after practice longer. You're the guy that always jogs over to the last kid left, waiting for that jersey autograph or that photo with you or whatever it is. Where did that come from? Like, what happened in a past life, or when you were younger, did you meet an athlete you really looked up to and he took the time out of his day to do it? Like, where does it come from for you to be able to kind of take that time always and just give back? Like, the tiniest thing of just a kid like meeting you is a big thing for that child. Where does that come from for you?
That's the sole reason. You said it. I was that kid once. I've always been a fan of sports. I've loved all sports my whole life. And obviously I've had some encounters with the famous athletes. It came more as I got older, and they always been cool, down-to-earth guys. And, it made an impact on me. So I always said if I ever made it, I'd try my best to pay it forward and give back in that aspect. I love doing it. I get something out of it as well, to meet people that look up to me in that way and are fans of my game. So I appreciate all the love and support. And I wish I could, say what's up to every fan out there, every true fan, like you guys. Y'all are true, diehard fans. Y'all are like the type of fans that we love. Obviously our fan base, some of them bandwagons are not fully there. You guys, always from day one. That's why I know y'all. That's why I came on the show, because y'all always showed love and love the city and love our team.
Hell yeah. You want to ask us the questions and make this about us instead?
Yeah, you could. You could definitely do that. Mike,
Yeah, I could. Might be doing this one day. Might be a podcast host one day. I don't know.
Mike, like you said, we've had the pleasure to hang out with you, man. Even feed you chicken wings.
Yeah.
All this isn't all positive. Listen, Sammer gave you the great intro, and
we're going there.
Yeah, I'm going there right away. All right, because I have
your first question.
It's my first quick. I have a bone to pick with you. My question is: have you ever thought about, the numbers are incredible, Hall of Fame numbers. Have you ever thought about how much more successful you would be if you were a blue cheese guy versus a ranch guy? Have you ever thought about that?
It's true. This is true.
That is a great question.
Yeah,
I love ranch. I mean, everybody. I would say about 80% of the world would choose ranch over cheese.
You're crazy.
Oh no,
No.
So we should probably,
Not the better
with
percentage.
wings,
wrong.
ranch.
No.
Come on. Well, y'all should do a poll. I'm pretty sure it'll be
Mike, we've
70
done
plus ranch.
Mike, we've done this science.
I
We've done
should
scientific
do the
research. We've done the scientific
way.
research for 5 years.
Mike's like, I should do the poll.
Yeah, I mean,
Are y'all all from Florida? Like, is it a Florida thing or?
We're Florida. Yeah, we are
I was
Florida people.
born in Buffalo the night of the Buffalo wing being born.
Inception of-
Like I was
Oh,
there.
man.
Okay, I was a baby
Are we
born in
calling
that
cap
kitchen.
on that or what?
What do we call it? I hear you.
Cap.
No, yeah, that's what the kids would say.
Cap.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, the kids say cap when you're
Cap.
lying and just making up shit.
I do have a nice cap. I appreciate that, man. I'm
I mean,
gonna tip
it's just-
my cap to you.
Taste buds is like music. You know, it's all your opinion.
I suppose, but
I
blue
mean-
cheese is
Fair.
proven to.
But the majority would be
raise your
ranch. Come
success.
on, with weeks.
Mm.
I don't
As
know,
I've
man.
gotten older, blue cheese has gotten better. But
I feel like you would have. What are you? 105.
I would be less successful. To answer your question, I'd be
No
less
way.
successful
No
if I was
way.
a blue
No
cheese guy.
No, how
I think
about
you'd be
this, Mike?
closer to-
Because it's
closer to
super
150
smelly, super smelly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My wife wouldn't like that.
Let me tell you.
She
First of
said,
all,
"Well,
I
Yeah,
have
but if
three
you think about
wives
the defensive
and,
backs, wouldn't want to be near you. All right, go ahead, Sammer.
I was gonna say I have 3 wives, so you're completely wrong on the wife angle. So I'll tell you that right now. But secondly, if Vincent Jackson had took you under his wing as a rookie and he said, "Hey,
Yeah.
listen, kid, welcome to the league. First thing first, you got to eat blue cheese." If he would have told you blue cheese, would you change your mind?
Yeah.
No.
Wow, unbelievable. Okay, moving on. I guess we're moving on.
Listen, hey, quick one, because you were talking about the community giving back and stuff. I've never told the story publicly, Mike, but just want to, say for everybody how much love we got for you, man. My family, my son. He was supposed to perform at Mike's gala a couple years ago, and unfortunately got hospitalized. I'll never forget that day. I had to call Mike and tell him that he couldn't sing, and Mike's like, "Man, what are you talking about? He can't sing, bro. Is he okay?" That was Mike's first question, and then he ended up hooking him up with a game-going jersey. Stank went to the event just to show face.
I did.
And he literally told me, I was in the hospital, with my son for like 4 days, but he literally told me Mike broke away from a conversation and beeline for Stank. And it wasn't even, hello, how are you, Stank? It was, how's Jaden? Give me an update on Jaden.
He didn't even care that I was there at all. He only
I don't
cared.
know.
Most
Like,
people don't.
Mike,
Yeah, how old is Jaden right now?
he's gonna be 14 on Monday.
Dang.
On Monday, dude, he's gonna be 14. He's going on AGT too. I'll keep you posted on that. So, but Mike is one of those athletes that truly, like he said, that's just down to earth, just a regular dude like us, bro. And I've never seen Mike break character. Like I've been around a lot of athletes, Sam or Stank, that Mike we have. And some people, act a certain way, and that's okay. And then, they put on a certain face in front of the media. Mike is the same person.
I appreciate you putting me in that list of athletes that you've been around. I like that.
I think he was saying that y'all have seen other athletes
No,
do
Mike.
this.
He said he's been around athletes that keep, obviously.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Sam.
What sport y'all play? What kind of athletes are y'all? All around or
football and basketball, man. Football and basketball.
He's a basketball guy.
Currently, I'm a coach right now, Mike. Listen, we're 9-time champions. Okay,
9
As a
times.
coach.
That's not a joke. That's not a joke. He's
No, I'm
won
not
9
even kidding. I'm actually being serious. Yeah.
Little League football?
I
No,
won a
basketball.
championship. I won
Basketball?
a basketball championship with Jaden because of coaching tips that Sammer gave me. Real story, Mike.
Awesome.
Can't even deny that.
You can't treat 8-year-olds like 8-year-olds. You got to treat them like grown ass men.
I'm basically like a GM of a girls' team right now, my oldest daughter's team. So
Hell yeah.
be on the lookout.
All right, but listen, I'm gonna start sending you. Oh, it's a girls' team. I've only ever coached 2 girls, but I got this one girl, my niece. I'm telling you, yeah, okay. She's got Kobe Bryant's daughter.
At
written
that
all over
age,
her.
the
She
girls
get
dominate.
active?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Active. Okay.
Yeah. When I need to get a steal late in a game, I send her as the press defender.
Yeah.
Go get
That's
that
awesome.
ball. She comes back with it, gets the layup, boom. Let's keep it
Y'all
moving.
know I loved hoops, right? Y'all know that's my.
Yeah, we know that you're.
It
we
still
already know-
might be my favorite sport. If football hadn't done as much for me as it has, then basketball would probably be my favorite sport. Still.
You stole my question.
But
I was gonna
watching,
say-
I love watching basketball.
Yeah, I was going to say you're basically a basketball player that plays football. From every
Yeah,
one of your-
I'm a power receiver.
every one of your interviews, you only
I've
use
heard that
basketball. You only use basketball analogies when you talk about football. So I know that's your for sure.
I mean, you were part of the Buccaneers, if you remember that, right? Me and Latte
I
were talking about
remember,
this
yeah.
before the game. Yeah, we had
B-Jags, ASJ.
ASJ. Thank you. Yeah, that's crazy. And you guys were all
That's a
able to
name
go
I
up
haven't
there and
heard.
it was Lob City basically for a little bit with you and Jameis and the boys. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, that was like the start of everything. Two receivers, first time, 1,000 yards in Bucs history.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
I
That was
got a
crazy.
basketball one. I got a basketball one, Mike. If you could pick a starting 5, including yourself, so 4 other NFL players to have a starting 5 for basketball, who would the other 4 be? Because I know you're going to include yourself.
I mean, I've only seen like some of these guys' highlights, and a lot of us are far removed. But like all in our prime, obviously me, I can play 1 through 4, pretty much.
Wow.
If we're playing against a smaller center, maybe probably not the NBA level guys. Who can hoop? Who can hoop right now? I remember AJ Green could hoop. He's retired. T. Higgins is on the list.
Yeah.
T. Higgins, he could play.
Didn't Miles
1, 2, or
Garrett? Didn't
3.
Miles Garrett also play basketball at some point in his career?
He didn't play in high school for some reason. We were just talking about that because he could hoop. I went back and played against him all the time. He's a freak athlete, and he has skill too to be that big.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so
He'll look great in Bucs Red too.
I was about to say, you and Miles close?
Matter of fact, we'll take Miles. We'll take Miles.
Yeah,
yeah.
we would take Miles, Mike.
I was talking about the starting 5, but that too.
Yeah.
So basketball.
He's a stretch 5. He's stretch 5. I think Miles could be a stretch 5. Yeah.
What about Doc? I heard Doc can hoop. Dotson.
Oh yeah, I played him 1-on-1 my rookie year. After my rookie year.
What about Adam Humphries, man, running point? What about Adam Humphries running point?
Adam Humphries.
I need a little more size. Pat Mahomes can hoop. Joe Burrow.
Cooper DeJean?
Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Nick Foles?
Cooper DeJean he has a crazy mixtape. Crazy athlete, but that was like a 1A school, I think. I just need to see him look at a little more competition, but I mean, he could be on the roster too. It's hard to pick 2 other guys. I don't even know who else we got that can hoop. Rashad White can hoop.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'll take Rashad White.
Is Charlie Ward still around? Or
SMB could actually play ball when he was here with. I remember that he used to play ball.
SMB. I heard he could play, but I never seen him.
Speaking of playing ball,
I don't know who else.
Speaking of playing ball, Mike. All right, a couple years ago, we had a guy by the name of Baker Mayfield who's sitting on the trash heap of free agency. Okay, nobody wanted this guy. Everyone had written him off. I wasn't one of those guys, but a lot of people, you know how the NFL pundits and media work. They're ready to throw you away as soon as you show any sort of issue or anything like that. So this guy comes into town. Okay, he's supposed to compete for the starting job. It's between him and Kyle Trask, and eventually, obviously, we all know he wins that job. Was there a moment in the huddle in practice? Was it when he was running with the offensive lineman? Was there a moment where for you, and maybe for you and some of the other guys, where you guys just said, this is the fucking guy. Like, this is the guy that we're about to go to fucking war with. Was there a moment like that, or was it just a collective?
Right when we signed him.
Holy shit. Okay.
Wow.
No, I knew. What was y'all's thoughts? Because I knew. I'm obviously around, and Kyle's my boy, but like I've seen Baker his whole career, high school, college. I knew that he was going to win the starting job. We weren't bringing him to really compete. I don't think. I think he was there to be
that
the guy.
hurts because I was Team Trask all the way till the end.
He's a Gator, that's why. And he was.
No, Kyle can play. Kyle's an awesome teammate, and he's getting better each year. But it's just Baker was already pretty proven, and then we knew when he got there, he knew how to command the huddle and everything. Like,
Was there a huddle? Was there an in the huddle moment in training camp, preseason, anything like that, where you kind of saw everyone else kind of buy into Baker? Because obviously you kind of already had a premeditated thought.
Well, I wasn't really going to OTAs like that because I was going through the contract situation.
Oh, right.
So I was like, all right, Baker's going to be the quarterback. I'm coming back. Go ball. Like I knew Baker was going to be the guy.
Well, I mean, you had,
but in the media, you can't just, what I mean? Oh, Baker's going to win it. Couldn't do that. So.
Well, I mean, it probably didn't matter to you. You've been catching them from literally anybody who's back there that could just get the fingers on the laces, just throw it as high as you can.
Yeah, I got to focus on my job. My job is to be open and make plays. I mean,
are you ever covered, Mike? Honestly, like, be honest with us right now. Have you ever been covered?
I've been covered, but it's rare.
It's
really
rare.
Like, because my size, like, even when I'm covered, I'm open. If we throw it with a little bit of air, I have a good chance to get it or get a pass interference. But a lot of teams like to play two-man. So it's hard to get open versus two-man when a guy can be extremely aggressive because he has help over top.
Do you miss those Jameis 50-50 balls?
He threw a great one.
Yes, he did.
Great ball placement. He had great ball placement. He threw a really soft ball in tight spiral.
I'll never forget that one he threw to you against the Bears. He just ran around like crazy
for
20 minutes.
Ran around like nuts.
2016.
Yeah, you caught that thing extended back. I'm like, holy shit. If you could have gotten up, which you were trying to,
I was surprised like that it made it past the defender and everything because he was running for so long. And I was just like pointing up, and then he finally saw me. And that was one of his best, probably the best play in his career, honestly.
Wow.
I think he had the ball for like 10 seconds. and back there scrambling around. And then it probably was 10 seconds that he threw a perfect ball. I wish I could have caught it and stayed up, but I had to make sure I caught that one.
You could say that was Patrick
did all
Mahomes
that work.
before Patrick Mahomes, right? You could say
That was bad.
Yeah.
They definitely have a similar play style and body type.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Latte?
Hey, Mike, speaking of quarterbacks, you've had multiple quarterbacks in your career. You just said it's your job to get open. Can you speak on how you build chemistry so fast? Because it's just you never skip a beat. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You just find a way to get open and you get chemistry quick. And then I want to ask you some rapid fire questions after you answer that on the quarterbacks.
Okay. Like you said, it's just my job to be in my spot. And what helps is obviously I have range. So I have a lot of range. So like quarterbacks, they don't have to be perfect all the time. Obviously, they got to get used to my stride length because a lot of quarterbacks in the past have said, especially on deep balls, is where you really have to get the timing and the reps down with the quarterbacks because they got to gauge how fast you're running. So I just try to do that early on and let them see, like, all right, I'm a long strider, so I can get there. So, but yeah, my range helps a lot with that. And, my competitiveness.
Latte.
I thought you said rage. Like,
Yeah, I know.
like rage against
Rage. Oh, and competitiveness too. It helps.
I think rage is
Compete for the
better.
ball.
I think rage is better. Latte, before you do your quick fire, hold on. Before you do your quick fire, because it kind of speaks to speaking of that rage, okay, in a time and age where the wide receiver is usually considered a diva, a selfish guy, usually can't affect the game too often unless the ball's in his hands. We got the Keyshawn Johnson, throw me the damn ball, that kind of shit. The guys across the league that all have their moments. How the fuck have you been able to do what you do and still be so selfless and such a great teammate and play with a guy like Chris Godwin, who know also needs to see the ball at the same time? How have you been able to do all of that without being a selfish asshole?
Good question.
No, don't get me wrong. Like I'm super competitive. Like people think that I'm just. I agree. I'm humble, but it's the ultimate team sport. You have to be, I think. And when you like bitch and complain and throw your teammates under the bus to the media, that ain't cool. Like that's not cool at all. That doesn't do nothing but hurt your team. Really, you can do things to get the ball privately, and that's what I've done. I've demanded the ball. I've asked for the ball. But I understand. I play with AB, Chris Godwin, Gronk, all these guys that he targets, B-Jacks. And, it's better to have multiple great targets than just one. So I just try to do my part, and that's it.
So you pushed Mike Glennon into a locker a few times, probably is what I'm reading here.
No, the most I've actually gotten heated with a quarterback or like give me the ball was Tom one year.
Hell yeah.
Like 1 year with Tom, I was like, yo, throw me the fucking ball on one play. And then he looked at me and said, I got you. That's all he said. He's like, I got you. And then the next drive, we get the turnover. This is the game we're losing to the Saints in 2020 at home. Oh, man, he threw me a fade against Lattimore. We didn't connect. And then fourth down, he throws me another fade. And we don't connect again. And I'm like, fuck, I just demanded the ball from the GOAT, and I don't.
You should have gone back and been like,
the play. It was crazy. That's the only time I've ever really like did that to a quarterback besides like maybe Johnny in college, something like that. But
love Johnny.
Like in that tone, I'm with Baker, Fitz, everybody that I played with, Josh, Mike, all those guys. I'm like, all right, it's time to give me the rock.
I feel
I'll do something like that, but I won't go crazy on the sideline about getting the ball. I've been mad on the sideline about us not playing up to our standard.
I feel like Tom brings that out of everybody, though. Like he's just that guy that he probably.
Oh yeah, he does it to us too, and I'm cool with it. Other players probably don't receive it well, but I received it well. Chris Godwin, a lot of the other guys on that Super Bowl team received that well because it's coming from a great place.
Yep.
He's just trying to fucking win, and he's the most competitive man ever.
It's like MJ giving you advice, like you're gonna take it no matter how he delivers.
Absolutely. Writing's on the wall. I mean, look at the resume.
Yep.
Except
Go ahead, Latte. I know.
Unless you were Luke Longley, if you guys know that story, where Mike told Luke Longley to play really, really well. He played his ass off, and then he played really well the first half. He went up to Luke and said, "Hey, keep doing that. You're awesome." And Luke didn't score a single point rest of the game.
I heard that story.
No, just speaking on the range and all that stuff you talked about, and I'm going to get to the rapid fire. This is more of a statement. One of my favorite quotes about you is from John Ledger, and he says that you're the most misunderstood receiver in the league, right? People look at Mike Evans and they just see a big body type, jump ball guy. And no, like the route running is refined. The way you come in and out of your breaks for being such a big athlete. I was cutting Banks, the rookie this year, the DB, and he's like, man, you don't understand, bro. When Mike gets up on you, bro, and you don't know which way he's going at that size and his speed is deceiving, it's some scary shit. That's literally what he said. The rapid fire is, can you name one word to describe each quarterback he played with? McCown.
I like this.
Veteran.
Glennon.
Cannon.
Neck.
Like,
Why you do my boy like that?
Giraffe.
That's rude. Come on, that's rude.
J-Boo.
Hilarious.
Hell yeah.
That is. Fitzmagic.
Magical.
Brady.
Greatest.
Gabbert.
Rocket.
Thighs. Thighs would have also been an acceptable answer there.
He's got to be guys.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
Hell yeah.
I gotta pick something good for Bake. There's so many coming through. Captain.
Wow.
He's the ultimate captain. He really is.
That's tough.
Love it.
That's a tough one.
That's one thing that's underrated about Baker. His leadership and the way he does it. He's underrated for sure. I underrated him too. I didn't know what he'd be like in the locker room, but he's the ultimate leader, quarterback, teammate. Real.
Mike,
Gonna tell
you played with Tom. Latte, did you have one more? Sorry.
No, that was it.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah,
ask him Kyle though. I thought there was one more. You didn't say Kyle.
Kyle Trask.
Yeah.
He didn't play with Kyle.
He still plays with Kyle every day.
We haven't completed a pass yet.
Oh, all right.
Can't.
But-
Sorry.
Sit down.
Yeah, but I mean, in practice we definitely have. We got a lot of reps, and Kyle's definitely helped me in my career as well. Like, there's a lot of quarterbacks that I've played with that I didn't get the game with, but we got really great reps in, and I needed those reps.
Okay. All right. We'll give him that then. You played with Tom Brady. Obviously, you had those years with him, and then you go to Baker. How different was it going from Tom's very strict, that guy you wouldn't want to call it old man? I know he's fun in his own way, but he's ultra competitive.
He wasn't really strict, but he was very demanding.
Demanding, yeah, that kind of like
Very
teacher,
demanding,
yeah.
extra beatings, extra walkthroughs, extra film.
How different was it to go from that to what Baker looks like? Just a dude who fucking loves ball. Reminds me a little bit of Johnny Manziel and how much they love
both.
ball. How different was it though to go from those two styles? Or refreshing, maybe.
Not really. It wasn't really that much of a difference for me. Probably got to ask some of the other guys. They probably responded differently. And Tom was different the first 2 years than he was his last year. You know what I mean? He's going through a lot. Our team wasn't as good as it was the previous 2 years. So, like, Tom was he was himself, I think, and he knew, like, the end was coming. So, it was different. Like, the first 2 years, like, Tom was that guy. Like, super fun to be around, energetic. And then last year, he just was down a little bit. He still had a really great year for a 45-year-old quarterback, too. But the difference, just less beats with Baker. But, we still do enough to make sure that we're ready.
I feel like they're like the opposite of each other, and Baker's energy.
Tom plays around, too, now. Tom has a great personality. He jokes around, too. Baker jokes around. They both joke around just in different ways.
Gotcha. Mike, would you ever allow yourself to be roasted like Tom was?
How much did he get paid for?
I think it was $2 million. I think it was like $5 million.
You could how much? Oh yeah, you could give me a percentage of that. I'll do it. Absolutely.
Is it cool? Is it cool if we're on that panel by chance? I mean, I just introduced you, so I figured I should probably be able to.
I feel like you should do.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So I'm locked in on that. That's solid. Okay, I'm gonna call Netflix after the show. Go ahead, Latte.
No, listen, I want to get down to the nitty-gritty, man. Let's cut the bullshit, right?
Yeah.
We all want to know, because I know what 67,000 people were thinking. Stank was crying. He was legit crying.
Yeah.
What was going through Mike Evans' mind when Bucky scored that fucking touchdown?
No, it was a lot. I was like, all right.
I saw you clapping, and I was like, holy shit.
No, I mean, I was happy that we needed a touchdown. And that's how football goes sometimes. That's how life goes. Like, you want things to go your way, and then it won't go your way every single time. Thank God that we got the ball back, and it was meant to be.
Those
So
things,
I was just
man.
in that moment. I was just thinking like, I was just trying to I was praying after. I was like, I pray we get this ball back because we get it in. I'm going in no matter what. But Coach Bowles was already ready. He was on the same type of time I was. So was Bake. So was Liam. So I'm happy that they were on the same page as me. But yeah, we got that ball back. I was getting that shit.
Any of the boys on defense come up to you and be like, Mike, we're going to get you this fucking ball back one more time?
They didn't, but they didn't have to say anything because I saw how they was playing that last drive. I think Kalaja was trying to get to the quarterback so fast he went off sides one time. Like he was trying to get that ball back. And then so I definitely knew that they were trying to get that ball back.
I love the way it ended. It was like the drama of a movie almost. Everybody was disappointed. Like Latte said, I was crying, and then I cried when you caught it too, man.
When he caught it, there was tears.
Yeah.
There was tears in the stadium. It was a special moment to share with you, man, and be there in person. It was super fucking cool. Honestly, it was one of my favorite Buccaneer memories.
If I had tear ducts, I probably maybe would have cried too. But yeah, I agree with the rest of the guys.
I was there with my daughter. My daughter never goes to games with me. She's 19. She's up in college. Yeah. She happened to be there for that moment. It was huge for everybody.
Tell them where you were before that. Yeah. Tell them where you were before that, though.
I got kicked out of my seat because they think I'm bad luck. So if I leave my seat, Mike, and then something good happens, they don't let me back in my seat.
He watched the whole second half from the bathroom TVs.
Appreciate that.
We don't play, bro. He's watched the second half from the bathroom. He's watched the second half from the sushi restaurant in the club section.
Y'all superstitious like that?
Yeah, man, don't come back,
bro.
Wow.
I've had my 5-year-old look at Stank when he comes back after a bad play. He goes, "Go back to where you were. Go back to where you were," and we send him back to the bathrooms.
That's how much.
Y'all crazy, man.
Yeah, that's how much we pull for you. Like in Harry Potter when they're playing Quidditch and you got your guy saying spells under his voice for Harry, and then the other one, like that was me. I'm over there trying to pull for you.
Yeah, you have no idea how many Baker Mayfield touchdowns Stank has watched with poop sounds right next to him, just in the middle of the poop.
In the bathroom.
It's horrible.
Mike,
his name's
in
Stank.
Green Bay. It happens.
back to the Mike. You've set records that will likely probably not get touched at this point. You won a Super Bowl. You got Pro Bowls. You're a walking Hall of Famer. What's left? But besides winning another Super Bowl, I know that's the ultimate goal. But what is left for Mike? Like what is the goal? We've heard rumors. We don't know. Maybe you can confirm here on the podcast. I don't know. Are you trying to get to 13 to match your number, 13 consecutive, or what's the goal? What's the?
I got 1 year left of my contract. So obviously, I think I'm just play that out and then see how I'm feeling after. Like right now, it's easy to say like I'm feeling good. Oh yeah, let me play 2 more years at a high level, get double teamed week in, week out, playing in the Tampa Heat, practicing in the Tampa Heat. I mean, it's easy to say now, but I'm working really hard right now to try to make sure I have one of my best seasons, if not my best season of my career, to make sure I'm healthy throughout the season and help our team obviously get the playoffs and then win the Super Bowl. But there's a lot of things I'm still chasing.
Hell yeah.
Mike, this show's obviously about you and you're the GOAT. I don't
know if I'm the GOAT. But
Hey, I'm telling you, I've been a fan since the beginning. We've never had a guy like you on offense. Ever. And no disrespect to Mike Allstott, and you broke his record. We've never had an offensive guy.
No, I know.
Yeah, like it's that
I'm
big.
the all-time points leader.
You are the all-time points leader.
And that's crazy. It's three people.
You guys want me to do the intro again? We can run.
No. I'm going somewhere with this. There's another guy. There's another guy on the other side of the ball. Who's fought through the lean years, the hopeless years. I know you guys never. Levante, who's in a similar position to you in that
he's my GOAT for the Bucs.
Yeah, wow. But he's in a similar position in that end of the year, every year he kind of checks in and feels how his body makes that decision. How do you feel about Levante David, man?
I got the utmost respect for the legend Levante David. One of my favorite teammates and favorite people I've ever had the privilege of playing with. He's the standard of what you should want to be. When you come in and see Levante David, man, like, y'all been around him. Y'all understand, like, he's that solid killer. No matter what. If we're up here or we're down here, He's gonna give it his all no matter what. Y'all seen that clip of him against the Falcons where we're losing 56-0?
Yeah.
I mean, he's that passionate. He's that driven, and it rubs off on all of us. Like that energy rubs off, and it's super infectious. He's the ultimate leader, and love to death. He's a Hall of Famer in my opinion. Uh, our game, the media has a big say, in what happens to players, Pro Bowls, All Pros, Hall of Fame, and stuff like that. And he just flies under the radar, and he's been in bad situations. Like all these other guys, they've been in really good situations. You put him in that situation, same D coordinator, great pass rush, great corners, good offense. I mean, come on.
They've been different stories.
He could do that. And that's with a lot of guys, but I've seen it firsthand with Levante. So many coordinators fighting through injuries, making plays, can cover, can shed blocks, make tackles. I mean, he could do it all.
I mean, what he did to Kelsey in the Super Bowl was a clinic, bro. Like he literally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it was his preparation and that mindset, like, all right, they killed us last time. I got to do my part to make sure we win this game.
Speaking of guys that run kind of, silent killers, stay under the radar, your running mate, Chris Godwin. This dude has been an absolute, completely selfless. If there's ever been two wide receivers I've ever watched that have every right to, at different moments in their career with the Bucs, stand up and say, give me the fucking ball already, it's been you two guys, okay?
Yep.
And yet you guys have never had that. We've never heard of a locker room squabble. We've never heard of a team meeting that's been, a players-only meeting. Nothing of that sort from you guys. How important has Chris Godwin been to Mike Evans' career? And how important is Chris Godwin to this team? And just because now he's facing, he's got the free agency thing coming up, massive injury, absolutely devastating the way it happened to him. Couldn't be the worst thing to happen to such an amazing fucking guy. How important has Chris Godwin been to you and this team and the locker room and the culture that's in there now?
I mean, you obviously see what happened to us when he went down. Mm-hmm. Like, you see what happened to our team. We were at the top of the league, and then if we had him, I firmly believe that we would have had a shot to make it to the Super Bowl and win. I mean, he's that great of a player, and we were missing him big time. Obviously, it showed after those 3-4 games in a row. But he's a great, great fucking player, super underrated, one of the most underrated guys, him and Levante, that I've ever seen. And he was about to be an All-Pro, first team this year.
Hell yeah.
And he's just been unfortunate, in his career with injuries. In 2019, he was going to be first team All-Pro. He ended up getting second team, but he was going to be first team, and he got hurt with 3 games left in the season. And he's a hell of a player. He was hot. He was doing his fucking thing this year, and I hope that we get him back. I think me and him are definitely one of the top 10 receiver duos in history. Our numbers are solid, but I think we're better than our numbers, obviously.
Well, you guys don't demand the ball. That's why. That's really what it is. I mean, not like publicly. You're not. You guys are team players. That's I think the biggest difference, as opposed to like what we've seen with guys in the past, like TJ Houshmandzadeh and Ocho Cinco and all that guy. Go ahead, Latte.
Yeah, no worries. Was there a moment early on in your career where you thought to yourself, like, yeah, man, I can be great. I can be one of the great. Like, was there a moment? You ran.
In college, I knew I could be a good college player. I knew I could make it to the NFL. But when you get to the NFL, you see how tough it is. Like when you get there, like it's 4 games. The guys are better. So after my first, I'm sure y'all remember this. My first 100-yard game is when I was like, all right, I could be a great player because I started getting the ball. Like that's all I need, because there's a lot of players that have that potential to be good or great players. They just don't have that situation. And I finally just started getting the ball a little bit more. The game started slowing down more and more. And right after my first 100-yard game, y'all know who it was against? 2014. It was against a guy I went to college with.
I don't know the first 100-yard game. I remember the first touchdown.
Cleveland Browns. It was against Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. I remember the night before, me, Louis Murphy, we ate dinner with Johnny, Joe Hayden, and Major Wright. And I remember we was talking trash about our Texas A&M team would have beat their Florida teams or whatever. And I was saying, like, I'm going to go off on y'all tomorrow. And then went out there, and first 100-yard game, and we lost. I mean, we only had 2 wins that year. But that's what I knew. I was like, all right, I got my confidence. And then slowed down for me.
You made me think of J-Mac this year, where, came in with all the expectation, had a great preseason, and then I felt like a switch just turned on for the kid. He started getting the ball, started eating. What do you see with this kid, man?
He's the most polished receiver that we've ever had come in like right away, as far as like route running and catching. Maybe him and Chris are neck and neck with like catching the ball, but like route running, he's number one that I've seen come in right away. Him and Jalen Darden, like the number one guys that could just fucking run routes, top of routes, super crispy. It was just getting that confidence. Like you said, it's like, unfortunately Chris went down, and then, he's coming back from injury. J-Mac's coming back from injury at the right time. But sometimes that's how it happens for players. You get that confidence, the guy goes down, and you get your opportunities. And then he made the most of them and helped us win games.
Listen, those of you guys watching, you don't know this, but Izzy's actually still on the show as an intern. He's actually behind the scenes tonight. But I am going to give Izzy the chance to ask you a question, Mike, because I know that this would mean a lot to him.
What you got, Izzy?
Oh, man. Damn. I've just been sitting here learning and listening and whatnot, bro. Like I said, dude, this is an honor to even meet you. And
nobody said elaborate. Ask your question.
All right. So here's the question. The Buccaneers posted what happened in the locker room as they celebrated you getting your 1,000 yards. You told one of the coaches that you were going to get this 1,000 yards quicker. How quickly?
That was our head trainer, Bobby Slater.
Bobby,
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, Bobby.
How quickly are you looking to do it next year?
I don't know. I mean, every year is different. Every year is different. Last year, I got it like 5 games left, but I only ended up with 1,200. So that's why numbers, to me, it'll never define my career or any other player's career when I look at them. You have to have numbers to be in the conversation of like the top of the top. But if you got the numbers, I don't care if it's 1,800 and this guy got 1,300. I'll know off the tape and how they play this guy and how many opportunities they got. So I don't know. I mean, I want to get it in week 7, week 8, but I don't know. Anything can happen in this game, and it's such a brutal game and a brutal sport. In our position, we do a lot of running, so there's a lot of soft tissue things that can happen. But I could just get hit without seeing it coming. So you never know. But obviously, like I told my guy, Bobby, trying to get it super soon, so we don't have to go through that. Because as great as that moment was, getting the 1,000 yards last game of the season, and you couldn't write a better script for that moment. Like I said earlier, like sports are about moments, and that was one of the best moments I've ever been a part of. And obviously, y'all said how y'all experienced it, and I heard from so many people, but I don't want to do that anymore. I want to get that shit soon, and let's just win games and position ourselves better in the playoffs.
Mike, you're a big LeBron fan, big Kobe hater for some reason. You're wrong. And so being a LeBron fan, you've seen LeBron have those moments where he's just unconsciously unstoppable, and you can see, he's glowing Super Saiyan out there on the court, and we've seen Kobe do that more times. But have you had a game where you've just felt that unconscious, just I cannot be fucking stopped today, I'm invincible? I mean, one game comes to mind, Tom Brady with Carolina Panthers, where you were just catching bomb after fucking bomb.
That was crazy.
The comeback against the Rams in that playoff game where we end up losing at the last minute there. Have you had a game where you just felt, man, they got nothing for me right now?
Oh yeah, I've had plenty of my career.
Which one? Which one stands out?
First off, I can't let you get off on I'm a Kobe hater. Come on. Rest in peace to the legend. Rest in peace to the mama, man. I'm not a Kobe hater anymore.
Hell yeah.
When I was a kid,
okay,
you kind of did call it out. When I was a kid, I hated everybody that wasn't D Wade. Really.
Oh,
like
my favorite player, bro.
Yeah, D-Wade's my favorite athlete. Yeah, if y'all knew me, y'all know that. But go look at my Instagram.
I know that.
But,
I thought it was LeBron.
LeBron, like,
Current probably.
he's playing so long. Like, I've been able to grow up and be a professional, and he's still going at the top. I mean, it's unimaginable what he's doing. I can't believe how people don't think he's the top 2 greatest ever. If you don't think he's top 2, I kind of question your, opinion. But it is your opinion. But I won't respect it. But if him or Mike 1-2, that's fine. But what was the question? I forgot.
What game did you feel absolutely just super?
Obviously, the
answered.
Carolina game. The Carolina game. There's so many of them. I can't even. That game, I had a bad game. The first time we played them in 2022, I had like a drop early on the fucking third play of the game. Fucking dude, Dante Jackson falls down and Tom launches that motherfucker, and I got to run under it. Oh shit! And then I just didn't have. It was terrible technique by me. I still should have caught it. But anyway, next time we played him, I was like, all right, this is for the division. This is to get in the playoffs. I gotta show up. So that's what I wore the Michael Jordan Carolina jersey, and I was just feeling it that day. It was just one of them days, like, all right, I got to do my thing. I got to help this team get to the playoffs. And my first 200-yard game, I've only had 2 in my career, by the way, which is crazy. Probably should have had about 10 at least right now. But
3.
Yeah, Redskins.
That Panthers game. That Panthers game. Go ahead. I was gonna say that Panthers game was stressful. The one where you went absolutely ballistic. It was stressful for no reason, and then you guys decided like, what are we doing here? Or I don't know what it was.
Well, it's the NFL though. Like every game's not going to be a blowout. You're not going to be in control every single game. Like, and that's what it kind of creeps into your head. You're like, all right, we know we're better than this team, and then you get out there like, damn, they have a great game plan. They're playing hard as fuck. You got to come with it week in, week out. You see what happened to the Chiefs, right? I bet if the Chiefs played at their best against the Eagles, it'll definitely be closer. Obviously, like it'll be closer. Like the Eagles are a good team this year. Great talent. But
well, Patrick Mahomes never beat Mike Evans in the Super Bowl. Just so you guys know. Okay, that's a fact there. But there's one other game that people don't really give too much credence to. Sorry, Latte, was the beginning of the NFC Championship game against the Green Bay Packers. You set the fucking tone. It was just ball to you after ball to you after ball to you.
Yeah.
And all week, all we heard about was the matchup with you, and I don't even fucking remember this guy's name anymore. The corner who was supposed to stop Mike Evans, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And the first thing,
he didn't guard me. It was Alexander. He didn't guard me. He was on the right side, and Kevin King was on the left.
But the first thing you guys did, you and Tom, just boom, 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 right down the. I'm like, they didn't even fucking touch Mike.
I had a bad game, man. That game was hard to run because the field's so bad in Green Bay. It was so damn cold. Like people don't understand. Like it's hard for players to really play at their full speed, what they're capable of on surfaces like that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you got to do it. Nobody makes excuses. Like in the media, I won't go like, "Oh yeah, it was muddy." You know what I mean? But that's just it plays a factor. Like you got to wear 7-stud cleats, and you got to be mentally fucking ready because that shit's hard. Like 15 degrees, muddy, snow.
I'm gonna give somebody a high
It's
five.
hard.
Yeah. All I'll say is thank God for Jordan Whitehead and Scotty Miller. I mean,
crazy. Like that Super Bowl team was so good, and we were better than next year. It's just unfortunate. Unfortunate shit always happens in football, not just our team, but just in general.
This year against Washington. Yeah.
The Chiefs, when we beat them in the Super Bowl, 3 of their starting linemen were hurt.
Yeah. Way it goes.
No excuses.
AB left us.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
that's the craziest thing ever. I've never seen something like that happen.
You try to stop him. You try to stop like 3 times.
Hell yeah, I try to stop him.
I'm done, bro.
Trying to win the Super Bowl. I was trying to win the Super Bowl. That's what I was thinking. I was like, yo. And then I care about him.
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, don't take your pads off. You're going to fuck your money up. And I was like, we need you, bro. I'm trying to calm him down. And he just took off. I don't know if he had that plan or what. People go through shit. Like we said before, you never know what they're going through. And he chose to do that. And it hurt both of us, I guess. Hurt the team and itself.
You heard all of us, Mike. You heard all of us.
Yeah, I'll never forgive him. Mike,
BA still gets criticism for that. He does. Circles of our fan base.
Man, that's how the world. That's how the world goes, man. Like, it is what it is, man. I don't even want to get into that shit no more.
Nope.
No, Mike, you talked a lot about what happened to Godwin this year. Despite that, the offense still cooked. The whole year, y'all figured out a way to get it done. You know, a lot of credit goes to Liam Cohen. A lot of credit goes to Baker and you guys in the run game and Bucky
Offensive
and Rashad, offensive line.
Cade.
Cade. But change is inevitable, right? This year, you got a new guy calling plays again, somebody you know already. Can you speak a little bit about Josh Grizzard and what you expect this system to be like, and, you know, give us a little insight on this guy? Because outside of the 2 interviews he's done, nobody really knows what this guy's about.
And if you told them that you need the fucking ball, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I already, they already know. They already know. Like, I'm trying to help this team win. And,
yes.
No, but Grizz, he's a great coach. Really smart. I mean, obviously, people don't really know about him like that, and they don't need to. It's going to be something similar to what we did last year, so which is a good thing for Baker. He's had so many damn coordinators. I don't even know how many at this point. But, yeah, he's a really good coach, and we're just trying to improve on what we did last year.
Well, you had 4 new coordinators in a row, right? With Byron and Dave and Liam and now Josh. Doesn't matter to you, or you just throw me the ball? And Dirk, yeah, well, Dirk,
but the thing about me, what I pride myself on is being able to play in any offense and be able to do what I'm asked from any coordinator. So I've been able. That's one thing I'm very proud of myself on. I don't like to pat myself on the back much, but that's one thing that I'm really proud of, my ability to learn fast and then fit any system.
Oh yeah, Mike.
I got one as far as your opponents, bro. Who's the toughest corner you ever faced, and why is it not Lattimore? I mean Lattimore. I'm sorry, I can't.
Don't do it like that, man.
I keep mispronouncing it. He's always holding.
Nice.
He's always howling. You know what I mean? Why? Who's the toughest corner you got against?
The toughest corner. I always say this. It's going to be the same every time. It's going to be Patrick Peterson in his prime. 2016, Patrick Peterson, man.
I remember that.
He had no weaknesses, and I've been on other podcasts talking about this. Maybe tackling, he probably is not as interested in tackling sometimes, but the top corners don't get paid to tackle. Mm-mm. Like, he's covering number 1 guys that it's hard as fuck to cover, and he can do everything, man. Unbelievably strong, fast, ball skills like a receiver. He had everything. He had every fucking thing.
Hey,
and he was nice. And he was nice. Like a nice person.
Oh, nice person.
So that kind of was smart of him not to like get people hyped up. Because, oh man, good play, Mike. I'm like,
what the hell?
And I was young too. I was year 3. I made a few plays on him, but and there's guys who I haven't even had a catch on before who would probably think they should be up there, but you know how football is. I probably had like 1 target against 2 targets, something like that. But him, I had multiple targets, and he just made it tough. Made it really, really tough.
Deion Sanders visibly didn't try to tackle, and no one says anything about it, so it's not a big deal. But how do you remember that game? Obviously, I think you remember the game against the Seattle Seahawks at home. It was with Jameis, and
that's the only time we ever played the Seahawks at home.
Yeah.
Legion of Boom.
How much hype did you have to give? Like, how much was that game circle for you to play against a guy like Richard?
Oh
Sherman,
yeah,
Legion of Boom?
Since college. I've been wanting to play against him since college because he was my favorite corner.
And then you went out there and you fucking made some fucking plays on this dude.
Yeah,
I
made a couple plays, and he's underrated too. He could play man coverage. People said he was a cover 3 corner. He's cover 3, but he could play man too. Obviously, his transition ain't as great because he came to the corner position later in his career. He started in college, I think. It was like his last year in college, he played corner. He started as a receiver, and he's 6'3", so he's really tall. But he's really smart. He's rangy, and that's his thing. That's why he's one of the best to ever do it. So I was excited to play Sherm since college because I looked up to him so much.
Do you have, or does one stand out? And there's so many, right? But do you personally have a favorite catch? I mean, you got the one with the all reds.
The last one. The last one of the regular season.
The record.
Come on, like that's going to be shown.
There's some legendary one-hand catches and stuff.
Outside of that, what you got? It might be Buds. What are yours?
No, I was going to say, as far as catches, you can't name them, bro. I mean, the fade against Dallas, the one-handed on the sideline, I think it was Monday or Thursday night football, and the all reds where Neal hit you, boom, and still held onto the ball.
That's the toughest catch.
That one I didn't know. I didn't know how I caught that one, honestly.
I told you.
Our lights, when you're going on the right side in Tampa at Raymond James, the lights are so fucking bright. It's to the right side for some reason. I don't know why. I could not see the ball because I had a go ball right before that. It was on that side. I was looking for the ball and it got lost. And then it just dropped right by me and I couldn't stretch out to get it because I couldn't track it. The next time I run the outcut, it's 2-man coverage, by the way. Tape over top. Boom, boom. Get out there. And then I see the ball and then it gets caught in the lights. I just put my hand right there. And it just stuck to my glove.
It's crazy.
Mike, I'm gonna text Jason for you right now. We're gonna have those lights fucking completely removed.
Yeah,
can he do anything about that?
He can make it happen.
Don't worry about it. Okay.
Sammer's got some pull in the building, Mike.
That was definitely one of my favorite catches too, outside of the one that tied Jerry Rice.
But I'll tell you,
Mike, I feel like your whole career has been about like physically dominant catches. You're not necessarily like the biggest rat guy. I feel like you earned every single, all 12,000 of those yards came at a cost physically.
I know he had
I get a lot of separation too. So I know I pride myself in being a good contested catch guy.
Yeah,
my frame and my range and shit. But I get a lot of. I don't know if there's an advanced stat, but I have to be up there with the most separation. Like I get a lot of separation when I do get that one-on-one coverage.
No,
so that's why I don't get much man. Because it's a reason. It's a reason why.
No, I was going to say, as far as catches, I mean, there's so many to name. Obviously the all red was one of my favorites. The Dallas Cowboy fade, the stupid, freeze frame was just ridiculous. But the play that I fell in love with Mike Evans as a player has got to be when you picked up a grown man.
Yes.
And just, I mean, bro, that was
disrespectful. That was disrespectful.
No, Terrence Newman, man.
That was fucking rude, Mike. Mike, it was fucking rude.
That was rude, bro.
It was rude.
That's another play.
His mom called your mom. I mean, that was bullshit, man. It was fucking rude. Okay.
No, I didn't want that to be him. He's OG. He was year like 19 right there. Year 18 or 19 or something like that.
I didn't want to do it.
He's a legend, and it was just another lucky play. Like I blocked him good, obviously the first time because it was a screen to Charles Sims, I think, and I threw him by. We always work the throw by on the screens if it's man coverage, and then he got mad that I did that, so he tried to jump at me, and he just ended up in my arms, and I just had to dump him.
That was amazing.
So sorry, T. Newman, man. I had to do it. You're a legend.
So look, if that play would have happened in 2022, 2023, Madden would have put that.
Up,
Madden would have put that in as one of your X Factor plays or something like that. You'd have been able to do that, like that dumb Patrick Mahomes.
I was a much better blocker. I feel like when I was bigger, but I didn't have the endurance I do now.
Tom Brady got you fucking eating avocados and shit. Yeah, Tom Brady got you even fucking avocado.
Well, I
was
losing weight before Tom came.
Okay.
But Tom definitely did help me as far as preparing my body and things like that. So I was already getting pretty slim when he came around, but he definitely taught me how to always get massages, always stay in the trainer room.
I feel like
eat properly.
I feel like Tom would be the guy to go and fat shame people in the locker room. Look at that.
Nah.
Double chin.
We'll see Tom in the locker room.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, he got his own shit.
That's true.
That's good.
Nah, he had a locker in the locker room. We saw him.
He's just there, kind of
People always trying to get shit signed. I feel bad for him, but I had to break stuff and get signed for my family. Yeah. He'd have so much shit in there, and he's such a great guy. He'll sign it all too.
Mike, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. Samrad's never watched it. He's a hater for no reason. And
Is he a Lord of the Rings guy?
No, he doesn't like any fantasy.
He hates Lord of the Rings.
No fantasy. None of it.
I don't care if it's got dragons and wizards in it. I'm going to bed, dude.
He doesn't like
that
it.
shit is boring.
He doesn't.
You don't got no imagination.
No, sir. I'm a huge Marvel guy. Huge Marvel guy. But listen, I'll tell you this though. I did watch the first Harry Potter movie.
I like Marvel, but come on.
I did watch first Harry Potter.
All the Marvels.
He said he calls Dumbledore.
The storyline in Harry Potter compared to the Marvel movies. Are you serious?
Yeah, I know, man. You're.
But I gotta ask you, Mike.
It's not even close.
What would your Patronus be, Mike?
It'd be a lion.
Patron? What?
You know that.
What is your
Patronus?
Yeah, you know what, Sam?
To shield off the mentors.
Yeah, bro.
Come on, you got to be able to do that. Every great wizard can.
The Dementors?
Have a before
Every great right.
The Dementor, isn't that like a UFL team or something? The Detroit Dementors?
It's a cloaked,
It should be
black. Fucking,
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is, like a monster.
like a
It
reaper.
sucks your
almost.
soul out.
Yeah, it takes your soul.
I got one of those in my closet. You guys sure? What are you talking about here?
I bet you do. Yeah. And now you don't know how to defend yourself against it because
I mean, I got a hell of I mean, I got a hell of a wand, so I mean, I think I'm okay. But
Oh,
Next question.
next question. Hey, listen, no, we touched on the Walter Payton Award, Mike, and we have not touched on the work that you do in the foundation that you guys have here in Tampa. I want to just give you the floor to kind of let people know what you got going on, what you guys do for the community, and if there is anything coming up, galas, events, things of that nature. And of course, we're going to help you out. We're going to help figure out a way to, raise some money, do some things with you guys on some of that stuff in the off season too.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Evans Family Foundation. Go to all our socials, all the events and everything are up there. We haven't decided about what we're going to do in Tampa yet. It's going to be something during the season. So usually we do the gala, bowling, and then our catch for Christmas is what we raise money for. But yeah, something me and my wife wanted to start. I've always wanted to be able to give back, especially if I got in the position that I'm in. Hey,
what's up?
look,
Hey.
Marvel. Look what she got. See that?
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're
There you go.
That's my shit right there.
Some
I
young
don't like Marvel.
Hell yeah.
people go
Listen, Mike, just so you know, man, my firstborn
Here.
named Kobe. Okay. So
there. Is it?
yeah,
Yeah.
No,
So-
Kobe's a legend.
he is.
Top 5 ever.
Wow. Just fucking
Mike.
rude. Unbelievable.
I got
That's rude. Top 5.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's rude. Give me top 3 at least. Come on. Give me top 3.
I got him at like
Hold on.
Who is your top
Who's your
five?
top 5 then?
gonna be MJ, LeBron, Wade.
it's the bro. No, I'm a realist. Like
Yeah.
I was
Wade's
gonna
my
say,
favorite.
Wade don't- sorry, Wade don't belong there.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go like career, like accomplishments plus talent, longevity, all that consistency. I'm gonna go LeBron 1, MJ 2, Shaq 3, Kobe 4, and 5 is super tricky. I'm gonna go either Kareem or Tim Duncan.
I'd say, man, you can't leave
Man.
Kareem off there. Kareem's
All
got
time leading scorer, Tim Duncan, man. He just was in my era. Unbelievable two-way player and winner. I go Kareem, and then Tim 5B.
Okay.
Not a Larry Bird guy. Huh?
And then they're the top 11. Top The next
Not a
guy would probably
Larry
be
Bird guy.
Magic or
How do you feel about Jerry West? Get the
Curry.
fuck out of here, Sting.
There he was. Mike, I texted you by the way, and then I got a couple more. That's cool. If you could bring back any Buccaneer of any era in their prime to join this team next year, who would it be?
one guy. Come on, just one.
One.
I know.
All
the
right, no,
answer.
give him two. Give him two.
There's only
Okay,
one answer.
two.
There's only one answer.
Give him two, guys.
There's
Two.
only one answer. Doesn't matter. There's only one answer.
It's gonna be somebody on the defensive end. It's gonna be.
Let's see.
Ooh,
Come on, say it.
I get one or two.
You
get two.
You get two.
All right, Derek Brooks.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Levante and Derek.
That would be unfair.
Yeah.
We don't even need defensive ends at that point. Just fucking drop back. Good luck.
Sapper Barber. I'll take Rondé.
Monday?
Rondé
What?
and DB.
What about Simeon Rice, bro?
Oh, Simeon. Okay.
No, that's what I was thinking. A pass rusher. That's what I was thinking. But
Simeon, Cansey, Vita. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, that
What?
would be
That'd be
unfair.
unfair. That'd be unfair. I mean,
I'll take them all. But
hell yeah.
Rondé's my guy. Rondé's my guy. DB's my guy.
You have a Mount Rushmore for the Bucs. Obviously, you're up there, so I believe it's fourth spot.
Damn, am I up there? Yeah, maybe. I gotta look at everybody's
You're-
career.
You're
'Cause
definitely up there.
they had a really great defense, when they was doing the Tampa 2. The
So,
guys couldn't beat the Tampa 2, man. Like that was struggle to league today, but their tenacity would have made up for a lot of shit.
Even with that front four, you think it struggles?
I mean, you can't go cover 2 every time, but
No.
I mean, they didn't only play cover 2 100% of the
didn't.
time. But
I mean, yeah.
I gotta watch the film. I gotta watch film on them. I can't just watch highlights. I gotta watch the film.
Let me know
'Cause
when
the
you want to do
game,
that.
the game was a little bit different back then.
Let me
You
know when
could
you want to
hit
do
that.
that.
I
could
think
hit
that
that.
defense would be great in this era for sure. they would definitely adjust and be great in this era.
I mean, the Eagles kind of did it. The Eagles kind of
But
did it.
they wouldn't be shutting people out. Like, I think they would beat people like the score would be like 6-9 and shit like that.
Yes.
I think they would hold teams under like 20 points, stuff like that.
Yeah. You ever heard of the legend of
definitely
Trent Dilfer? Okay. Guy was throwing picks and somehow winning games and no touchdown passes. Didn't make any sense.
No, I've definitely heard that.
Mike, and then this is my last one, and then we can rapid fire some super chats because people have been blowing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way,
you got to get out of here.
somebody said that they would die for you, bro. By the way,
Literally, somebody said
I'll die for you, Mike. So they donated money for that. Actually,
physically, that yeah.
I appreciate that.
Hey, what do you say to that? What do you say to that? Exactly?
Yeah, I mean, what do you say?
Man, I've had a lot of strange things.
Yeah.
Strange encounters with fans, but
You ever had a fan ask you to sign
but
his foot?
I appreciate it. I mean, I've signed a lot of people's skin.
Boom.
Hey.
I saw somebody that you signed it last year and they got the tattoo of it. That was dope.
Yeah.
I do that. That's
Speaking of weird, this question came from, a legend in our chat. He's been, part of the show forever. He's got a room dark in his basement in West Virginia somewhere.
Oh, yep.
That Jason Light calls the psych ward because this guy's literally insane.
Don't ever go, Mike. Don't ever go.
Don't ever go there. He's going to bait you into it. Don't go, Mike.
No, I'm not going. No.
The question he has is, outside of football, what is the accomplishment that you've achieved in Tampa that you're most proud of?
Outside of football?
That's a good question, man.
Obviously, the philanthropy, the connections that I've made in the community. There's so many people that I've met, and I've done things in the past, and they're all grown now, and they reach back out and say, "You did this for me when I was a kid," and that shit, warms my heart, and it really puts into perspective, just taking advantage of everything. And being a blessing to others, it could change somebody's life doing the smallest thing. So that's what I'm most proud of, what I've done in the community and helping people out.
Here's one that's grown that wanted to say something to you real quick before he went to bed.
Oh, what's up, Jaden?
What's up, Jaden?
What's up, Jade? I got a question for you. Top 5 artists ever.
Ooh.
Your top 5 artists. It could be any music genre.
It has to be Ed Sheeran.
Okay. Thinking out loud. Me and my wife's wedding song.
Ed Sheeran, Bruno Mars.
Good picks.
Like Bruno Mars.
He's young. He got the younger.
Mm-hmm.
I like
You might be
Michael
you might have
Jackson?
better luck, Mike, asking him a basketball question. This kid knows more about basketball than you might. Well, current basketball.
Well, I mean, he's a great singer, so I wanted to ask him,
Yeah.
what kind of music does he like with artists, or who's his top 5? Michael Jackson. Like Michael Jackson.
probably Ed Sheeran, Bruno Mars.
SZA, huh? I was listening to SZA today when I dropped my daughter off.
My daughter loves SZA too.
No idea who that is.
Oh,
You should listen to Snooze after this. You'll love it.
Okay.
I like Shawn Mendes.
Okay. I don't know who that is.
Nate Dogg?
And then
Nate Dogg
yourself.
on
I don't know who that
Mike,
is.
nothing makes you feel older than when your kids don't listen to the music
Yeah.
you like, or they like some stuff and you're like, what is this?
But my kids, I'm grateful. My kids actually like everything that I listen to.
Now, but you don't have
Like
teenagers yet. You don't have teenagers yet.
Yeah,
man.
I do.
My kids hate all my music. I
Oh,
just
that's
listen,
right. you do.
But
I
she's
listen-
almost.
I just listen to
Okay.
Motown.
She's-
I just listen to Motown. My kids don't like anything.
That's good,
I listen
too.
to. Yeah,
Dude,
they don't-
hey, what are you doing?
Stank, you got any more? Before we let Mike enjoy his family time?
It's yummy.
No, I think I asked everything I intended on asking them. I mean, I want to end this with gratitude, man. You're awesome. You're a good dude. I've never heard a bad word about you in the community, man. Like, it's all been positive. Outside,
Gotta be some bad.
no,
I don't like that.
no. outside of Saints fans who,
Hey,
who live in this town,
perfect.
all the New Orleans fans. Nobody's ever said a bad word about you. You've always been incredible to us and our families, my wife, everybody, man. So just kudos, dude. You're a good man. Obviously, one of the legends. For those who suffer from the sickness of thinking about Buccaneers football all the time, suffering through our childhoods and suffering through all the losing years.
That's
seeing your
tough. That's tough.
yeah, it was tough. It was
It's
tough.
crazy to have been able
I've
to
experienced it
witness.
longer.
It's just
Yeah.
crazy to
I
be
had
able
to.
to experience you doing what you're doing on the field, man. It's just been crazy. And then, like Stank said, to not have anything off the field is just ridiculous. LeBron's very similar in that. You never hear anything about the guy off the court. So for you to be doing all that stuff is pretty damn wild. But I mean, I think we officially have to call Tuesdays on this show Mike Evans Tuesdays, right? We just don't
I
have
agree.
a choice at this point.
I agree.
And I mean, you don't really, yeah. I think that's just.
Lotta, you want to knock out some of these super chats real quick because people did donate money, so we got a few
We just
quick
gotta knock
questions.
them out
Mike, if
real
you got like a couple more
Oh.
minutes,
You
I'm here.
with that, Mike?
go ahead.
Or Izzy's been writing them down, and then I'll give Mike his flowers. I already have, but just once again, just thank you for coming on the show, bro. Thank you for always showing love to.
Thanks for having me, man.
To my family, to my son. He looks up to you. You're his favorite player. He about passed out when he saw that jersey. Just thank you, man. I think Stank said it. I didn't have the headphones on because Jaden had them on, or I was putting them back on. But I've had season tickets for 20 years, bro, and there wasn't many games in your first couple years where I went to the stadium feeling like we were going to win, and the one sole bright spot was at least I get to see 13 play and 54 play. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like you guys kind of carried that torch, bro. For us, we just sat
Appreciate that.
at 120-degree fucking swamp.
It wasn't easy.
Wasn't easy, bro. It just I don't think we're gonna win, but
I didn't think
that's
I didn't
right.
think it was that hot, dude. I mean, you guys are just,
You're-
But I'm Arab, so I mean, we were kind of born in the desert. So
You said it. I wasn't gonna say it.
I
You
mean,
said it. You said
also, Mike, if you ever need a magic carpet ride to get you through the traffic in Tampa, let me know. Also,
What?
yeah, just let me know.
You got the plug on that?
He's got the plug.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
Okay. I know a guy. So he comes in a lamp. The other thing too I was gonna say is if you notice the we were talking about the Mount Rushmore. I will be taking over that ugly baseball stadium next to the stadium there. That will be soon. The Bucs Mount Rushmore being built up. Let's go to these super chats really quick. Knock them out before we have to go.
I didn't even do my Mount Rushmore. That's the question I forgot.
Doesn't have to happen, man. We're
next time.
All the good ones.
Next time. But that'll be the first question on the next time.
You'll just pull in August, right, for one of them OTAs, and you'll look over and there's a fucking mountain there, and your face is just chiseled in. All right. Dr. Reach donated $9.99. Thank you so much. He goes, ask Mike why. He said, I'll probably be retired by 2028. Let him know if he plays as long as Jerry, he's going to be number one in every category. Mike, I'm pretty sure you maybe already knew that, but why did you say I'll probably be retired by 2028? Is that just because that's the number 13? That's actually not. Though.
Is it? It's not.
No.
No.
It would be
Wouldn't be.
15, I think.
I
It'd be 14.
believe. Let's see.
I think it would be 15 or 14 or 15.
Be 14, 15.
15.
It'd be 15, yeah. Is there a reason you said 2028?
That put me at 15 years. Oh man, yeah. Most likely, I'll be retired. I don't want to never say never because I don't know. Something could happen. But yeah, I don't know.
Be an Olympian.
I'll definitely be. If they call me up, I got to get used to like the rules and stuff. But I can go out there and get open.
Hell yeah. Another one, 1999 from G says, huge fan, Mike. It's been a privilege watching you play throughout your career. Longtime season ticket holder. Most talented wide receiver you played with whose career never took off.
I like that question.
So Chris and Djax are out.
We kind of knew
Talented
that
every-
since day one. Yeah.
It's so many of them. It's hard to choose just one because I got to go back down the list and see who all I've played with. But one guy that comes to mind, but he's still active, so you never know. But talented, Jalen Darden.
Okay. Yeah, you did mention him.
Jalen
before.
Darden. Y'all remember him?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We had high hopes
Number
for him,
one, man. Hey, like I said, very polished route runner, great hands, quick, fast, little undersized. Just unfortunately, he was behind a lot of great players.
I can't see any more of the other super chats that came in.
I can't see him either. I saw one, but I saw one earlier.
from Pelagic. He
Yeah, I can't
donated
see.
$20.
I can't see it.
Hold on, I don't know where it's at here. It must have been.
Izzy, did you not write it down, bro? Why are you here, Izzy? That's
Yeah.
your job.
Listen, Mike, we have the worst interns known to man. Okay.
We do.
Terrible show. But
Terrible. Horrible.
But
If
the only
you-
way to get better is with the little.
yeah,
constructive-
Mike, before we end
Yeah.
the show, can you give our interns Kind of
how can he be better?
Give him a pep talk. Look, we're going into halftime here. Your interns have dropped the ball 4 or 5 times already. What are you going to say to these guys in the locker room to get them back focused, get a good second half out of these boys?
Oh, man.
Just keep working hard.
Keep working hard.
Keep working hard. You got it, bro.
Hell yeah.
Hey, that's literally what he put on Jaden's jersey. Work hard at everything you do.
Tough
Jaden.
times don't last. Tough people do. What do they say? That's a good one. I like that one.
Izzy,
I
write
like
get that tattooed on your chest, Izzy.
That's some good old man, old school advice right there, Mike.
yeah.
I appreciate
That works for a lot of situations.
It
man.
does.
Just always had that in the back pocket.
Does.
Yeah. Mike,
Last one, promise, and it's because I saw it in the chat. Is there a young receiver that reminds you of yourself in the league now? I know you watched the game, but is there a receiver that reminds you?
Nico Collins,
see that.
Nico Collins and Drake London.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Those guys like the frame, the range, catching ability, the contested catch. Those guys.
even though he plays for the enemy, he definitely reminds me of you a little bit.
The Falcons are like the little brother, though, man. They're not the Saints. Like, fuck the Saints. But
Yeah, by the way, fuck the Saints.
you can throw the Falcons. Flowers.
Speaking of Drake, what'd you think of Kendrick Lamar's halftime show?
Yeah.
I'm not a good person to ask, man, because I don't really give a damn about the halftime show. I just want to see a good game. But I did watch it. I had a lot of people over at the house who were playing blackjack and having a good time. Most people didn't like it, but I thought it was like a 6 out of 10.
There's a lot of hidden messages in there. I didn't realize at the time.
I don't really. I want to like everybody to be turned up, like everybody know the song and just but nobody knew anything he was saying. So I mean, if you're a fan of him, I'm pretty sure you thought it was amazing. I thought the choreography was great.
Yep.
I thought I got some of the messages. I guess that's pretty cool.
I just want to know where he got that car.
Was,
like 7 or 8 motherfuckers came out of that goddamn.
It takes a lot to put that type of show on. There's hundreds of people,
Definitely.
and then you had 10 people come out the car. I mean,
Yeah, how did that happen? I mean,
I'm with you. I'm with you on that, Mike. I can appreciate.
It wasn't. I don't think it was bad. I just
Exactly.
for Super Bowl, I think they need to get somebody that everybody knows and like what I mean. That everybody can listen to their music.
like Al Green,
Lil Wayne,
or
he's from New Orleans.
Wayne is
or
my
Madonna.
favorite artist ever, but he
He's from
is
New Orleans.
older and his voice is kind of like last I saw him, he had like a voice problem. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like his voice was kind of gone.
Bro, he could live.
Because I saw him in 20. No, it would have been amazing if I'm sure they would have figured it out. But
Crazy.
he is older, and something was wrong with his voice because I saw him in 2014 before my first game, Wayne versus Drake concert.
Maybe
I was there.
Maybe
He was amazing.
Scissor
Voice
related,
sounded
possibly.
perfect, and then I
Sam,
saw him in
that's-
2023.
That's a good question. And, it's crazy that you don't like Kendrick Lamar, Mike, and he's going to hear about it.
I don't
And
care. I didn't say I didn't like him.
There could be a beef now. He might write
No,
something.
I didn't say I like some of Kendrick's songs for sure.
I know, I'm messing with you. I know.
You gonna write rap beef? Is that-
Listen,
Yeah, I'm trying to start a beef.
Ain't no real rap beefs. Come on, man. That shit was done in like the early 2000s. Ain't no
Tupac
real
beef.
rap beefs.
I agree.
Yeah. Last
guys
great
make-
one was
You know,
last great
they
one
make
was
catchy
Ja
songs.
Rule versus 50 Cent. We all
That's
know
what I'm
that, right?
saying. Like
Right?
getting,
We know
almost
that.
getting stabbed and shit like that.
bro,
There we go.
When 50 bought the entire front section of his concert, bro, and said,
Wasn't that recently too? So it's still going on from like, yeah, that's
Still
crazy.
going on.
If that was true, that's crazy.
That's wild.
Ja Rule
But no,
fucked up.
I'm with you. I'm with you in the sense, I usually throw a big Super Bowl party, a lot of people, and like, no, it was just flat. I respect the message. After the fact, it's like, oh, I get that now. I get that. But it didn't turn up like the usual.
2018, Justin Timberlake, right?
I believe so.
I mean,
Everybody, I got a crazy demographic of friends and family. Everybody was bumping to Justin Timberlake. I be on my suit, tie, shit. Everybody was turned
Yes,
up. It
sir.
was a great time.
Facts.
And that's the only time I've ever really enjoyed the Super Bowl halftime show. So that's why I said I'm not really a good person to ask.
JT's
the one
great.
I enjoyed the most
I want to see a good game.
was the weekend one that you didn't get to watch. That was my
I did.
favorite.
And I'm a big Weekend fan.
Yeah,
I know you
I might be biased, but I enjoyed
Yeah.
that one. a
So
lot.
I got the question that PNP asked. So this will be the last one. He asked if you like playing in the slot more than playing out wide, or vice versa.
That's a fucking great question.
That is a great
I
question.
mean, it depends on the coverage, obviously, but in the slot, we got way more space. Way more space, but there's more people to maneuver around, especially if it's zone coverage. So I'm an outside guy, though. So if I had to choose, like, cover one, I want to be outside. I'm just a true X receiver that can do everything, but that's what I pride myself on, just being an outside guy and be dominant outside.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, I want you to let Jameis know that him behind a microphone and a camera, fucking gold. Okay.
I think
That's what I mean. He's gonna be unbelievable when he finally does hang it up, dude. Holy shit, he was awesome. I don't know if you watched that shit during the Super Bowl week.
I watched I seen some of the clips. Yeah, he's like I said, hilarious when I use the word for him because he is. I was referring to that. Like he's always been like that too. That's really him. That y'all know. Y'all followed his career.
Yes, sir.
Mike,
Extremely goofy.
That's the prettiest ball ever thrown to you.
Soft,
Or like Baker throw a nice ball.
Man, all these NFL quarterbacks, we could throw a good ball. But the best one, Tom was the most accurate, like consistent accuracy. Tom, and he's 6'5", 6'6". He was just crazy accurate. But like soft and just a perfect spiral, just easy to catch. Jameis or Bake? Probably Jameis though.
Hell yeah.
A little more feathery.
A little more feathery. I like that. Mike, appreciate the hell out of you coming on here, dude. This was awesome. The fans absolutely fucking loved it. And yeah, we got to figure out what you got going on in the offseason with the foundation. We'd love to be a part of it in some way or another, whether we use our platform to raise money, help you guys out with some stuff like that, or if you need, any of my interns to possibly move some tables around, you let me know. Magic carpet deal, the whole thing. So whatever you need from us, man, appreciate it. Again,
you got a singer in entertainment, so that's down with Jaden. Absolutely.
And if you need a genie to show up and let people know, you saw how I came in with Prince Ali. So, I can get you a good entrance, okay? I'm just saying. I can get you a good entrance, man, with some elephants and whatnot and the whole deal. So, hey, Mike, again.
You guys offer him so much. What can I provide other than, just a smile and a handshake? I'm there. I got good energy.
Yeah, if you need help playing in the mud, Stank will help you out playing barefoot. He's the one who actually started that with
Mike, why aren't you barefoot like everybody else before the game? I should ask. That should have been my first question.
Who's doing that besides Mac Holland?
They're all your entire offensive line.
Antoine does before the games.
K does it.
They do it during before practice.
Yeah,
they do it before the games too.
Before the game.
They say that they're connected with the earth. I guess
they are.
I don't know. I pray and do my warm up routine.
Yeah, I'm with Mike, dude. That's some hippie ass bullshit. So whatever.
Yeah, if it whatever works for you works for you. But
they're probably vegan. Hey, they're probably vegan, Mike.
Hey, Antoine's not.
No.
Antoine's the O-line is definitely not.
Definitely not. I got a lot of use for the O-line this year.
Hey, not to be rude, but I know a lot of people that look like O-linemen telling me they're vegan. So somebody's lying. That's all I'm saying. Somebody's lying somewhere.
Sugar's vegan, bro. You can get big.
Eat Snickers and shit all day long. Hey, Mike, again, thank you so much, man. Have a good night. Enjoy family time. And we'll see you soon, man. And go Bucs.
Go Bucs.
Bucs, always. Appreciate it.
It's kickoff, set it off. Go to Vegas, bet it all. Put it on the Bucs win, whoever they gon' play gon' fall. Don't say I ain't told y'all. Loose cannons gon' fold y'all. Yeah, the Heat be 9.